There are so many potential causes of acne, from high glycemic foods to dairy to seed and vegetable oils, toxins from your water supply, the foods that you eat, your personal care products, your car, your home, your workplace, metal fillings and other dental appliances, your cookware, the air you breathe, the gut dysbiosis, which could be bacterial or fungal overgrowth, a sluggish liver, constipation, stress, poor sleep. I could go on and on and on. Welcome to episode 6 of series 2 of the Adult Acne podcast. And in this episode, I'll be answering your questions on whether you should see a dermatologist or aesthetician, the menstrual cycle and breakouts, spironolactone, oral birth control, isotretinoin or Accutane, Azelaic Acid, and Clindamycin. So here's the first question. I have exhausted all options. I've tried everything. Would you go to a dermatologist or an aesthetician first? Well, what I would say is, when you say you've tried everything, and I know it can seem that way, however, there are so many things that I would guess you haven't tried yet. There are so many potential causes of acne, from high glycemic foods to dairy to seed and vegetable oils, toxins from your water supply, the foods that you eat, your personal care products, your car, your home, your workplace, metal fillings and other dental appliances, your cookware, the air you breathe, the gut dysbiosis, which could be bacterial or fungal overgrowth, a sluggish liver, constipation, stress, poor sleep. I could go on and on and on. Now, I completely understand all these potential causes can be tricky to navigate and may seem overwhelming. This is why it's important, if you are serious about dealing with the root causes of your acne and never having to worry about acne again, to find a functional medicine practitioner, a naturopath, or a nutritional therapist who can help you navigate the right path in simple, small steps in an individualized manner. Neither dermatologists or aestheticians are trained in finding and treating the root cause of acne. They may temporarily reduce the symptoms, but treating the symptoms is a never-ending job, because treatment is very different from cure. A cure can only be achieved by your own choices and your lifestyle behaviors. The power is in your hands, and only you can heal your acne. You probably just need some advice and support to help you achieve that. So good luck with that. So what's next? Next question. Hello, I need your help. Whenever I get my period, my skin always breaks out really bad. It wasn't like that before, and I tried tons of skincare and it doesn't seem to work for me. Well, firstly, I'm really sorry to hear of your situation. From your description, it's clear that your hormonal cycle is playing a role in your acne. Hormones are greatly affected by the foods you eat, the stress you are under, the quality and amount of sleep you get, your gut microbiome, your ability to detox toxins, and your exposure to environmental toxins. It's unlikely a skin product will correct any or all of these imbalances that you have that are currently causing any potential hormonal balance. I would recommend focusing on your diet, reducing stress, optimizing sleep, balancing your gut microbiome, identifying and reducing and/or replacing your environmental toxic load, and you may need to run a number of detox protocols and cleanses to rebalance your hormones. If you're not sure how to complete any or all of the above, I'd recommend seeking a functional medicine practitioner, naturopath, or a nutritional therapist who specializes in acne to help you. It may be one of the most rewarding things that you ever do. So that would be my general recommendation. So good luck with that. Okay, next question. I've been using 100 milligrams of spironolactone to clear my acne. It seemed to work at first, but now my neck is all broken out again, like usual. So it's another dud. How much do I need to take before it will work? Well, the first thing I would say is, and I say this in the nicest way possible, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is probably not the wisest thing to do. So if you know that something isn't working, why would you take more of it? So that would be the first thing I would say. In addition, pharmaceuticals only treat at the symptom level if you're lucky, which again, you've noticed that hasn't worked for you. The pharmaceuticals are also toxic and create further problems further down the line and mean that you ignore the root cause of your acne, which could lead to a much more serious condition in the future. So acne needs to be approached from the root cause level, and each person's causes are different. So it's important to work again with a functional medicine practitioner, a naturopath, or a nutritional therapist who specializes in acne, and particularly ones that have got a good track record. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is believing a pharmaceutical or a topical product is the answer to clearing their acne. And this is because, we've been conditioned by very clever marketing to think that way. Have problem A, then take product X, and all your problems will be solved. What this type of conditioning creates is consumers for large multinational corporations, and it does not help people wanting to clear their skin, and it certainly doesn't help people improve their health outcomes over time. These products are made by corporations whose main goal is to generate profits for its shareholders. It has no legal obligation to help the end consumer. It must also be understood that these companies only make money when someone has a health problem like acne. If their products cured your acne, they would go out of business very quickly. It's important for them to have repeat business, and by not treating acne at the root cause level, these products can be sold repeatedly, hence are making a great business model and are very profitable. I personally do not trust companies who benefit from your condition or your illness. They also fund the organizations who are meant to regulate these businesses, which is a massive conflict of interest, which is possibly why so many ineffective and toxic, harmful products are still allowed to be sold to the general public. So hopefully, again, that answers your question. Leah was a 27-year-old who worked in insurance. Leah hadn't ever made much of an effort to eat healthily, and she loved chocolate. Before the age of 27, she ate whatever she wanted, and she had maintained a very healthy figure and completely clear skin. It was a big shock to her when she broke out for the first time in her life and just months away from her wedding. Leah was in a panic because she didn't want bad skin on her wedding day. After testing, it was found that Leah had a minor dysbiosis and parasite infection that may or may not have been causing health issues. I advised Leah on her nutrition and lifestyle and helped improve her gut microbiome. A few months in, there was some but not much improvement in Leah's skin, and she was in a state of panic. At that point, I tested for heavy metals, and it turned out that Leah had very high levels of mercury in her blood. And when explaining the potential causes, I mentioned that fish, especially tuna, has mercury in it. It turns out that Leah had eaten tuna for lunch every day for years. I advised Leah to use liposomal glutathione to help remove the mercury from the blood, and in a matter of weeks, Leah's skin was back to normal. If you're ready to say goodbye to adult acne for good, schedule your acne breakthrough call with me now at www.eliminateadultacne.com, and let's create a customized plan for clear, beautiful skin that lasts a lifetime. Don't wait any longer. Take control of your skin today. Okay, next question. Has the combination pill helped anyone? I've just put it together that my skin started when I came off contraceptives 7 years ago. So I've ordered Microgynon 30. I was on this from age 15 and always had good skin as a teen, in the hopes that it will help. It makes me so down at times. Again, I'm really sorry to hear of your situation. It is very common coming off hormonal contraception for acne to appear. While on the medication, it switches off your body's own requirement to produce those hormones. So when you stop, your hormones will be greatly imbalanced. I believe it's important to understand that so many things affect your hormone levels, such as your diet, the quality of the food you eat, what you drink, the stresses that you're under, the amount and the quality of sleep that you get each night, your gut microbiome, your toxic load from the environment, including pharmaceuticals, your detoxification capacity, your elimination system, and many other factors. So your hormone balance is much more than popping a pill. Hormones are very complex and multifactorial. Simply put, when you give the body what it needs, it returns to optimal health. You also need to carefully consider the side effects of contraception, such as breast and cervical cancer and endometriosis, and there are many more. Plus, by taking medication, you are not addressing the imbalances of your body, which can cause much more serious and potentially life-threatening diseases further down the line. So I hope that was helpful to you. Okay, next question. Hello, I'm frustrated and not sure what my skin needs. Persistent acne since October 2023. This is the worst my skin has ever looked. I really want to avoid medications. I do have many topical medications from my dermatologist, including isotretinoin 0.05% cream. I use it 3 nights per week. Winlevi, which I don't use, but I have because the texture is too thick. I do use Azelaic Acid. That's Azelaic gel, 15% twice a week in the morning. I also use Paula's Choice BHA 2 to 3 times a week. I have Clindamycin gel, but do not currently use. I cook 95% of my meals, change my pillowcases nightly. Not sure what's making my skin flare up. I do not wear any makeup besides 2 to 3 times a year. Very puzzled. I need help. Only thing I can think of is I'm a graduate student, so obviously I'm stressed. I have done much blood work and are all normal, including a hormone panel with my OBGYN. If you've had this type of acne, what's helped? Would love to hear your input. Well, first of all, again, I'm really sorry to hear of your situation. And I think it's great that you don't want to take oral medications and that you are cooking your own meals. I would suggest before using any topical medication that you are clear on the potential listed side effects of these medications. Only then can you make a properly informed choice. Blood panels can sometimes be very misleading and often fail to pick up imbalances in the body. And please be aware that all medications are toxic and toxins play a role in increasing the likelihood of acne. What I would say is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is thinking that topical solutions are the answer. I would estimate that more than 99% of the time, they are not the answer as they do not address the underlying root cause of acne. The first thing I would suggest you focus on is your diet. As a graduate student, it might be tough, but eating as much food as possible from organic sources, except fish, which needs to be wild, is very important, especially if you're in the USA, which has the lowest standards of food regulations in the Western world. Eating low glycemic foods, avoiding dairy, and also avoiding vegetable and seed oils is also advisable. Also, you mentioned stress, which could be playing a role. So finding forms of stress relief might be important to you too, things like meditation, yoga, tai chi, breath work, etc. So hopefully that's useful to you. Thanks again for your questions, and don't forget, you're more than welcome to reach out and claim an acne breakthrough call with me at www.eliminateadultacne.com. That's it for this episode. Don't forget to send me your acne questions and make sure to join me next time for more great information on how to eliminate your adult acne on the Adult Acne Podcast. And don't forget, make sure to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.